Hey guys, it's Amour. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this Gengar Pokemon. He fits nicely inside the Pokeball and he's part of my Gotta Crochet Em All Pokemon series. Here are all the tutorials on my YouTube channel. And his features include 2 horns on top of his head, 2 arms, 2 feet, and on his back he has spikes. He has 3 of them. That's 1, 2, 3, and a tail. His eyes and smile are made from felt and acrylic gems. He's also a good size to make into a keychain. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Here are the materials you'll need. You'll need worsted weight acrylic yarn in the color purple, a crochet hook in the size 4.0 millimeter, yarn needle, polyfill stuffing, felt in the colors of white, red, and black. You'll need 6 millimeter acrylic gem, or you can also use black felt instead. Fabri-Tac glue, scissors, a stitch marker. I like to use a bobby pin. For the Gengar body with purple yarn, you are going to make a slip knot. And then for round 1, we are going to chain 2. That is 1 and 2. And then we're going to do 6 single crochet into the first chain. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to tighten our loop. Then I'm going to use a stitch marker to mark the end of my round. Okay, I'm going to ignore that right there because that's not a stitch. And now for round 2, we're going to do 2 in each stitch all the way around. So in our very first stitch, you'll want to go under both loops and do 2 single crochet stitches. So that is 1 and into the same stitch, 2 and 2 in our next stitch. That's 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and into our very last stitch, that is 1 and 2 single crochet stitches. So now we should have 12 single crochet stitches in total. Now for round 3, our pattern is 2, 1, 2, 1. Repeat around and you will have 18 single crochet stitches. So we are going to do 1 and into the same stitch, 2, and then just 1 in our next stitch. Repeat again. That's 2, 1. That's going to be 1 and 2, and then 1. And continue to repeat the pattern all the way around and you will have 18 single crochet stitches at the end. Now for rounds 4 through 10, we are going to do 1 single crochet stitch in each stitch around. So we are going to stay at 18. So that's 1 in each stitch. Go ahead and work up your stitches and I will meet you at the end of round 10. And here's how your project should look like. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds we have done. Round 11, our pattern is a decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet, repeat around, and you will have 12 single crochet stitches. So here is my decrease that I'm doing. I'm going to yarn over and I'll have 3 loops and I'll pull out through all 3. Then I'll do a single crochet stitch, decrease again, and then single crochet. So here is a decrease, and then a single crochet stitch, and then a decrease, single crochet stitch and continue to repeat all the way around. For round 12, we are going to decrease all the way around and you will have 6 single crochet stitches at the end. So that is 1 decrease, 2 decrease, 3 decrease, 4, 5, and oops, here is our 5th decrease and our very last decrease, that is 6. Now we are going to go ahead and cut off a long tail and then we are going to fasten off. And here is our Gengar body completed. Now for the horn, we are going to go ahead and make a slip knot. And for round 1, we are going to chain 2. And we'll do 4 single crochet into our first chain. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to close it tight. For round 2, we are going to stay at 4 single crochet, so it's just 1 in each stitch around. So here is 1, and then 2, 3, and 4. Now we want to flip it inside out so our public side is showing on the outside. Now for round 3, our pattern is 2, 1, 2, 1, and you'll have 6 single crochet stitches at the end. So that's 1 and 2, and then just 1 in our next one. That's going to be 2, 1. So that's going to be 1 and 2, and then just 1 into our very last stitch, and now we should have 6 single crochet stitches. For round 4, we are going to stay at 6, so it's just 1 in each stitch around. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 into our very last stitch. Now for round 5, our pattern is 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, and we will have 8 single crochet stitches. So that's 1 and 2 and 1 and 1. Repeat again, 2, 1, 1. So that is 1 and 2, and then 1 and 1. Now we should have 8 single crochet stitches. You're gonna cut off a long tail and fasten off. Here's our horn, and you will want to make 2. For the arm, we are going to make a slip knot, and for round 1, we're going to chain 2 and then do 4 single crochet stitch into the first chain. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then pull it tight, and then we're going to ignore that and we're going to stay at 4 single crochet, so it's 1 in each stitch all the way around. So that is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I'm going to flip it inside out so the correct part is showing on the outside. Then I'm going to use a stitch marker to mark the end of my last stitch. Round 3, our pattern is 2, 1, 2, 1, and you'll have 6 single crochet stitches. So we are going to do an increase here. That's 1 and 2 and 1. Repeat again, an increase. Then it's going to be 1 and 2, and then 1 into our very last stitch. And now for round 4, we are going to stay at 6 single crochet stitches, so it's just 1 in each stitch around. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our very last stitch is 6. And then we are going to cut off a long tail and fasten off. And here is our arm completed, and you'll want to make 2. For the leg, you're going to go ahead and make a slip knot, and for round 1, chain 2. That's 1 and 2, and then 4 single crochet stitch into first chain. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you're going to pull it tight, and then we're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch. So go ahead and do a slip stitch. And now we are going to, in the back loop only, do 2 1 2 1, and you'll have 6 single crochets. So before we went through both loops, but we only want to go into the back loop. So that's 1 and 2 into the same stitch, and then the back loop only, just 1 single crochet stitch. Next back loop is going to be 2 right there. That's going to be 1 and 2, and into the back loop it's just going to be 1. Now we should have 6 single crochet stitches. Go ahead and put in your stitch marker. Then you'll kind of see a ridge on the bottom. Now for round 3, our pattern is 2 1 1 2 1 1, and you'll have 8 single crochet stitches. So into our next stitch, you'll go through both loops, and it's going to be 1 and 2, and then just 1 and 1. Repeat again. It's going to be 2 1 1. That's going to be 1 and 2, and 1 and 1 into our final stitch. Now you are going to go ahead and cut off a long tail and fasten off. And here is our leg completed, and you'll want to make 2. For the spike, you're going to go ahead and chain 12. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we are going to do a slip stitch in the previous chain. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, slip stitch in the previous chain, and into the next 2 chain we're going to do a slip stitch. So that's 1 and 2, and you're going to repeat it all the way across. So chain 2, slip stitch, and then slip stitch into the next 2 chain. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2, slip stitch, and then slip stitch into the next 2 chains. That's 1 and 2, chain 2, 1, 2, slip stitch, and then slip stitch into the next 2 chains. Our final 2 chain, slip stitch, and then slip stitch into the last 2 chains. And then you're going to cut a long tail and fasten off. Here's our spike completed, and you'll want to make 3 in total. Now for the tail, you're going to go ahead and make a slip knot, and for round 1, chain 2, and then 4 single crochet into the first chain. So that's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then you're going to pull it tight, and then round 2 our pattern is going to be 2 1 2 1. So into our first stitch we are going to go ahead and do 1 and 2 and then just 1. Then it's going to be 2 1, so that's going to be 1 and 2 and then 1. Now we should have 6 single crochet stitches in total. Okay, now you can use your stitch marker to mark the end of your round. Round 3, our pattern is going to be 2 1 1 2 1 1, and you'll have 8 single crochet stitches. So that's 1 and 2 and 1 and 1. Repeat again. That's going to be 2 1 1. So that's 1 and 2 and then 1 and 1 single crochet into our very last stitch, and now we should have 8 single crochet in total. Round 4 we are going to stay at 8 single crochet stitches, so go ahead and work up your stitches. And now for round 5 our pattern is going to be 2 1 1 1 2 1 1 1, and we should have 10 single crochet stitches at the end. So that's 1 and 2 and then 1 1 1 2 1 1 1. So that's 1 and 2 and 1 1 and 1. And now we should have 10 single crochet stitches in total. You can go ahead and cut off a long tail and fasten off. And here is our tail completed. Thanks for watching. Tag me with your projects and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.